having a pity party with your top 3 people and say, stop having a pity party. Stop having a pity party. Amen. You're having a pity party with yourself because you're sitting here and you're talking all this negative. Sometimes, brothers and sisters, we put ourselves in the places that we are right now. Watch this. So Elijah had self-pity, amen, and he was in this vicarious circle. And earlier in chapter 19, we see Elijah crawling under a Jupiter tree here. Some people call it a broom tree. And he prayed, watch this, that he might die, saying, I have had enough, Lord. Now, I wonder how many of y'all have gotten to the point where you just feel like you've had enough. You ain't got to say nothing. You can just sit there and look straight ahead, amen. You ain't got to say nothing to your neighbor. But I came to talk to some people in here on today that just feel like you've had enough, amen. Look at your neighbor and say, enough's enough. I've been through too much. I've been through too many things in my life. I'm to the point where I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, amen, to the point where you talking about rising up. I just feel like dying right here in the dirt. Watch this. First thing that if you're going to rise out of what you're in, first thing you got to understand is be very careful that you are not praying negative prayers in this season. Grab somebody and tell somebody this is a season word for you. Be very careful. You're not praying negative prayers in this season. In other words, you got to watch out what comes out of your mouth. This is a season, brothers and sisters, where you can either lift yourself up, amen, or tear yourself completely down. This is a season where I can tell where you are by what comes out of your mouth. You got to start saying, I don't care what's going on in life. I am the head and I'm not the tail. I'm above and I'm not beneath. I understand I may not have all the money. I may not have everything that I want, but I have everything that I need. You got to start learning how to speak words into the atmosphere. I'm not going to just settle for where I am. It's not going to be like this always. Things are not going to be happening like this. I'm not going to be sad on Christmas and Thanksgiving. I'm not going to keep going through these same money issues over and over again. My husband's going to stop treating me like this. My wife's going to stop giving me the cold shoulder. My kids are going to stop acting like babies' kids. I understand. So here you are, praying prayers, but then you get into the point where you start telling God, it just don't matter anymore. And that's basically what he started saying. And somebody, brothers and sisters, is something about when some of us, amen, get to this point, and even in this 19th chapter, in the context here, amen, Elijah fell asleep, amen, under, amen, this broom tree or this Jupiter tree, amen. And it was interesting, brothers and sisters, because when you read the context of the story right here, you'll understand that this Jupiter tree has significant meaning. The significance, amen, that it has in it, amen, is that this Jupiter tree was 12 feet high. It was more than just a bush. It was a leafless but life-filled tree. It was a tree that would find water, amen, and dig way down into the dirt and into the sand to find water, amen, in dry places. Can I tell y'all, number 2 is God will give you examples in dry places. In other words, you got to understand that where you are right now, there are some things and some people that are around you that have made it. There are some people, amen, that have been through this thing, have made it through, and because they have made it through, you got to understand that you've got to be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. And I don't know who I came to preach to on the day, but I came to tell somebody in here that even though you may be feeling like Elijah and you're sitting here under a Jupiter tree and you're feeling sad and you're feeling depressed and you're feeling like I'm going to throw in the towel, God says the thing that you're leaning on is actually the thing that's holding you together. The thing that you're going through might be the thing that's getting ready to bring you out. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, the thing that's holding me up right now is not my man, it's not my money, it's not the women, it's God that's holding me up. Isn't anybody in this place right now that feel like throwing in the towel, but you made up in your mind that I'm gonna stand and be planted like the trees by the rivers of water, and I shall not be moved? High five somebody and say, I'm not gonna move.